guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Kagari.
And I'm Josh. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like button.
And make sure you turn on your post notifications because we post videos every single Sunday. I've been sick like all of this week, so if my voice sounds a little raspy, that's why. And so today we're going to be doing the Agree to Disagree challenge.
So I don't know if you guys can tell, but Kagari's side is strongly agree, disagree, and then strongly disagree. And basically we're going to be reading a bunch of like statements, I guess you could say, and then we're going to be placing our cups whether we agree or disagree or strongly disagree or strongly agree, and see how much we have things in common.
Yeah, this week we asked you guys on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, all of our socials to give us some questions to play this disagree or agree to disagree game. So if you guys don't follow us on all of our socials, then go do that right now so you can be a part of our next videos like this. But yeah, anyways, let's get right to the video.
Guys in a relationship can be friends with girls. Girls in a relationship can be friends with guys. You tell your partner everything, and friends from opposite gender needs to get along with partner. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not like strongly agree because, like, I agree with the statement that where it's like you have to tell them everything, and then like they get along with the other person in the relationship. Like my best friend is a guy, and she's best friends with him as well. So like we kind of all get along.
Oh, okay. So I'll change it to agree because, okay, I agree because I would never go and hang out with my guy friend like alone, and I don't think he would go hang out with other girls. But like we do have friends like in common, where like I would never really hang out with him alone, but like we hang out with this guy together, or like the same thing with a girl, like my friends or his friends type thing. So I do agree that you're allowed to have other genders of friends, but like not best friends where you go and hang out with them all the time alone.
Yeah, and it's completely okay to have friends that are opposite genders. Don't let anyone, no matter if they're your boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever, tell you that you can't be friends with certain genders.
Yeah.
Because just a stereotypical thing.
But it's also like different for whatever your relationship is. So like, you do whatever you guys are comfortable with. But yeah.
A man can be a stay-at-home dad, just like a woman can be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, I strongly agree. Like, it depends on the relationship again, but if it works more the other way, like for whatever your relationship is, then go ahead. Like, I don't see why just because you're the opposite sex that you can't be a stay-at-home and whatever.
I'm very against like the norm, I guess you could say, where like a woman stays at home and cleans and takes care of the kids and whatever, and the guy goes to work and makes the money, whatever. I'm completely against that. I think whether the woman wants to get a high-paying job and makes more than the man, it's completely okay. It shouldn't be based on whether you're a man or a woman. So I completely agree that a man, if he wants to, can be a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad, I guess you could say, and as long as it's okay with both parties, like the man and the woman, or both of them in the relationship. Yeah,
like if that works for you, then go ahead. Next question.
Josh snores too loud for Kagari to get a good night's sleep, I'm guessing. I don't think I snore.
You do.
Do I? Do I snore loud?
He has sleep apnea, so sometimes he'll make noises. But yeah, he doesn't like snore every night. It's not like, it's mostly like if he drinks or he's really, really tired. So I feel like just like sometimes it'll happen, but not every night, so I disagree.
I just disagree because I sleep fine, so she must sleep fine.
Do I snore?
Actually, well, no, you don't snore, but you like...
What?
Kagari has a hard time breathing from her nose, so she sleeps with her mouth open.
Okay, not all the time. I've been trying to work on it. I need to get that mouth tape shit.
Anyway, so yes, she does kind of snore, but it doesn't keep me up at night.
I do snore?
Barely. Like, you'll be like... just like a very deep, like taking a deep breath.
Okay.
Alright, people in relationships need time apart to grow closer together.
Do you believe in like people being together all the time, or do you believe that you need time apart?
Oh, well then no, I'll be like kind of neutral with that. I think it's okay, like if you need time to like, go hang out with your friends or something like that. I thought that she meant like you need like a break.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, I'm kind of both in that. Like I think I love I love the idea of being in love with your best friend, which I am. You're like, we're best friends. We do everything together.
Yeah.
So I don't get annoyed at her. I don't have like, oh, I just need a break from you. I don't get that at all. But at the same time, I like keeping relationships with my friends and stuff. Like, so I agree with being able to go and hang out with friends, and then also have Kaveri come along. You know what I mean? Like. So.
Yeah, I put neutral too because I don't believe that you need time apart in order to make the relationship work. Like me and him have been together for over 2 years, and we spent almost every single day together, and we haven't once said we needed a break or time apart. Like, we have our own place, so if ever, like, sometimes we'll be doing our own thing. He'll be reading his book, and I'll go take a bath or just stuff like that. Like, that's enough time apart for us. I know that other relationships might work differently, like, depending how the relationship is, then maybe they need more time apart if it's someone that they just love being alone.
Yeah, or even like us, like our work schedules, we're apart for 8 hours pretty much every day.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, like, that's enough for us to like miss each other. You know, we come home and we miss each other for that day.
Yeah.
So that, to us, like, that's kind of enough time apart.
Yeah, I don't think you need time apart, but I do believe that some relationships might want time apart.
Yeah,
I feel like it's want, not need.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's also kind of healthy to do it if you need it.
Yeah.
Because, like, sometimes you could want to just rip each other's hair out.
Yeah.
So if you need it, take it.
And, like, we do take, like, sometimes we are apart. Like, I'll go out for coffee with my mom, or he'll go with his mom, and it's just, we do, like, our own things sometimes, but most of the time we choose to be together, which we like it.
Alright, next one. Should chores be split by preferences or by society's gender norms? Example, man shovels, woman cleans, but woman likes to shovel and man likes to clean.
So wait, is agree by the society norms?
You're agreeing that it should be by norms.
Okay.
So I strongly disagree.
Me too.
You want to explain it first?
Sure. I think, like, if I would rather, like, go mow the lawn and do all the outside chores, then I'll go do that, and he could stay and cook and do dishes if that's what he would rather do. Like, I don't think because of your gender you should be doing specific things, like specific chores.
Is Oakley trying to get up on you? Yeah. If you guys hear a dog growling, then it's Oakley just trying to be part of the video. Yeah, so I completely strongly disagree because, like I said earlier, I just don't agree with any of those norms at all. Like she said, I believe if someone enjoys doing the dishes, then no matter if you're a boy or a girl, you should do it. You know, like if you don't enjoy it, then don't feel forced to do it.
Yeah.
Like obviously, it needs to get done there, but or like the shoveling, like the shoveling, I will go do, but it's not because it's a normal thing. It's just more like I don't want her to go out and do it. Like I feel bad for her to. If she wanted to, she could absolutely do it. I mean, I would say no to that. I would definitely let her do it. But no, I don't believe that following the norms is something that you should be doing.
I feel like our relationship follows, like, the norms. So.
In a way.
Not like completely, but like sort of.
In a way, but it's not really following the norms. It's more us following, like.
We do
like
pretty much everything together, actually. Like,
yeah.
I cook maybe most of the time, then he'll cook more, like, breakfast. Like, I feel like we cook, like, almost equally.
And then dishes I do most of the time.
Dishes he mostly does. Like,
laundry,
I'll do it sometimes when we have too much stuff to do.
Yeah. Like the shoveling, like I said, I'll go do, but that's because, like, it's shoveling. I don't know, like.
I don't like being cold.
She doesn't like shoveling, so. If she, like I said, if she loved it, then that'd be great. I would love for her to go do it, but. And
then the cleaning, I feel like we split that too. Like,
yeah, we always split that.
We always just like, oh, you do this, I'll do that, and we just clean the whole place together.
Yeah. We follow kind of the norms, I guess you could say, but it's not because we want we're forced to, I guess you could say. It's more just like we're following our personal, like, wants and needs, you know what I mean? So. All right. Can you love more than one person romantically at the same time?
That's a freaking.
I'm gonna say disagree. And the reason why I'm saying disagree is because I'm not saying strongly disagree because your heart will do whatever it wants to, but I think it depends on the situation, you know. Like if you've been in a relationship for like more than like a year or something like that, and then you fall in love with someone else, then I think it's wrong. Like, that means you fell out of love with that other person. But if you fall in love with two people, like, you know, kind of like a love triangle, then it happens. You know, like that's something, nothing you can really control. But I think that if you're in love with one person, you should stay in love with that person. If you've fallen out of love with that person, tell them before you go out and fall in love with someone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just like think that you can't be in love with two people at once. Like, obviously, if you're in like the talking stage and you're talking to a bunch of people, you're interested in maybe more than one person.
Well, that's not love.
But that's interested. I don't think you'd be in love. My voice. I don't think you'd be in love with more than one person at once. And like, if you're in a relationship, you're in love with that person. Or like people that cheat, I think they just fell out of love with the person you're in a relationship with.
And it doesn't mean you're in love with that other person.
Yeah, like, I don't think you can be in love with two people. I think you can have a crush or like two people at once, but definitely not love.
Yeah. I don't think you're... I'm sure it is possible, and that's why I put disagree rather than strongly disagree, because, I mean, the heart's going to do what it wants to do. Like, you can't really control that, so, like, if you do fall in love with two people at the same time, it's going to suck, but it's out of your control, so, I mean...
Yeah, I don't know. It's never happened to me, so...
Me neither, and I hope it never does, so...
It better not.
Fair. Guys, you guys witnessed firsthand...
He's in love with my two personalities.
You guys witnessed firsthand Kareli's abusive. I am in love with two people at the same time, actually. Kareli and her dog. Stupid.
Same. Sorry.
Is it okay to keep secrets in a relationship? Think about the good secrets, too. I'm going to agree with that. If it's going to keep someone safe, it's going to keep your other loved ones safe, and it's not going to harm them from keeping that secret, or if it's like a surprise for something, like a birthday party or something like that, I think it's completely okay to keep a secret.
Yeah, I agree. If it's like for a gift or a surprise, or I don't know what other good reasons would be, but if it's for a good reason with no wrong intentions, then you whatever. But other than that, I feel like you should be open. Like, some stuff maybe you keep to yourself, which is fine, but I feel like you should be open about mostly everything. Yeah.
Should be open with about most of anything, and also just if you are gonna lie, think about the intentions. Are you having good or bad intentions about that? And if they are good, then it's okay to kind of not lie or like just kind of like keep it to yourself.
Or like when Josh pranked me, he lied.
Exactly.
Josh is a liar.
That's it. I clarified that. But yeah, so I agree. It's okay.
Yeah.
To an extent. Alright. Don't actually go and...
and start lying to your partner.
We would also like to disclaim that we are not relationship therapists or advisors or anything like that.
Yeah, this is just not personal.
We're just letting you know from personal experience and personal beliefs.
Yeah.
So don't take this as any kind of...
Yeah, if you don't think
therapy.
the same way that we do, that's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not real advice.
If you have completely different thoughts on our questions and our answers, then that is completely fine. We're not trying to doubt anyone or trying to change people's minds. We're just here to tell you guys our point of view. Is it possible for a relationship to survive without physical intimacy? I strongly disagree. Obviously, it should be consensual. Both parties should consent to it. But I completely disagree with the fact that intimacy should not be part of a relationship, because I think that's where, like, a lot of people, not all people, but a lot of people have their love languages with physical touch or, you know, just intimacy in general. So I strongly agree that it should be part of a relationship. Not right away, obviously, you know, it should be warmed up to, but it should definitely be part of a relationship. Just to, it keeps it, you know, like, it makes you bond, the bond way stronger.
Yeah, I agree that, like, you should have it in a relationship. Like, in my personal opinion or relationship, I do think that it's, like...
It's healthy.
Yeah, it's healthy. But then I do see, like, other religions or people that wait till marriage to do certain things, and they still survive, and they make it out with a great marriage. So I don't think it's... I think that some relationships could work if you're waiting to do it, like, type thing.
Yeah, but never have it?
To never, yeah, okay. To never have it though.
To never have it, that is,
I mean, I don't know if some people could do that, but I feel like physical touch. Well, we both like physical touch though. Like we love cuddling. Just, I don't know.
Would you be able to survive?
I don't know. Definitely not.
I would not be able to survive.
I don't think so.
What? You want to come up?
I feel like that's a big part of like an emotional connection with someone is like the physical part of it too.
Say hello to Oakley, guys. Oakley, what's going on? Are we filming
So-
a video? I would not be able to survive.
I don't know if I could. Let's try it.
Alright, guys, we failed.
What?
You said let's try it. Is that like a good one?
Oh.
Is it okay to have different political beliefs in a relationship? I agree with that. I know for a fact it's going to build tension. Yeah, so I believe that relationships should be the most important thing in your life no matter what. It should come over top of anything. Now, I believe you should prioritize that even over politics. It's okay to have your own beliefs, but definitely don't make it a point where there's a tension in the relationship and it causes fights. It can definitely be a topic to discuss, but if you guys are going to argue about it, then it should definitely be something that you're okay to keep a secret and keep your vote or your choice of politics to yourself.
Yeah, if you guys have different political views, I think it's pretty much, again, like, agree to disagree. You guys should respect each other's beliefs, and it shouldn't be a big deal breaker in a relationship. Like, for me, like, I'm not really into politics, so for me it doesn't really matter, but you should still go vote, but just vote for whatever you think is best, and why should it affect your relationship?
Exactly, because your vote does matter, but
yeah,
we don't really keep up with politics. Out of sight, out of mind. We don't let it bother our lives because it will literally ruin your life if you keep. It would be the reason why you stay up at night if you really watch the news every day.
Some people submitted questions, but they're not really agree to disagree questions. So I'm gonna kind of like, I don't know, add a little spice to them to make them agree to disagree questions. So someone said, if my boyfriend cheated on me, do I stay or leave the relationship? So basically, I'm going to put strongly disagree as you leave, and then strongly,
well,
oh no, wait.
Strongly agree as in you stay.
Yeah, okay.
Strongly disagree as in you leave.
Yeah, so if someone cheated on you, do you stay or leave?
I 100% disagree. You should definitely leave. We agreed that in our relationship, if anything, we agreed that we are going to stay together no matter what, like whatever the issue is in the relationship, we are going to deal with and we are going to figure it out. But we also agreed that if one of us was to cheat, we would call it off, like that would be it. Simply because it would just ruin the trust in a relationship, and it would eventually become a huge problem. Like we wouldn't be able to be in that relationship anymore.
Yeah, I feel like if you even tried to work it out after, there would be trust issues, and the relationship would just not be the same, and you'd probably be scared it would happen again. And I just don't believe in that. Like, if you fall out of love with whoever you're with, then just break up with them and then get with someone else. Why do you need to still be with them and hurt them in that way?
Yeah, because if someone was to cheat on you, they don't love you. That's
no.
It's
true love. You guys all deserve. You guys deserve so much better than cheating. So if you're in a cheating relationship or whatever,
a toxic or
you don't deserve that. Go find your
abusive,
true love. They will treat you right.
There's always someone out there for you.
Go find your Josh.
Oh.
Sorry.
Go find your Kevin.
Oh.
Yes, everyone has a value no matter who you are, and someone out there is going to recognize that value. So.
Yeah. Okay, so this is kind of like an assumption. So like, would we rather stay in or go out? So disagree would be stay in, and then agree would be go out.
I'm like a neutral. It depends. It really depends.
Okay, yeah, we're not really going out people though. Like, we're not.
We don't go out to clubs or anything.
Like, maybe on occasion, or like if it's someone's birthday. But we mainly just like do stuff with friends or family. Like, we're pretty chill. So I feel like we're not really going out people. Like, during the week we like to just stay in and do our own routine. Then on the weekends we like to go out and do things. So I feel like we're kind of in the middle with that.
Yeah. But I used to party a lot, so like I just don't really find an interest. I don't have an interest in it as much as I did. But it also depends on the occasion. Like sometimes we'll be like, damn, we should definitely go out to a party or something like that. And sometimes we're just like not interested at all.
Yeah, like obviously we do go out like on birthdays, friends' birthdays, or whatever, Halloween, New Year's Eve, we like to have fun. But just like on every day to day, we mostly like to stay in.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, another question was, would you guys want a big house or a small house? So big house can be strongly great, and then small house can be just great.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I don't want like a huge mansion where like you literally like feel like alone half the time.
Yeah.
But like I want something that's comfortable. We have a dream home, and we both like kind of like talked about it, and our dream home was very identical. So it's like each other's. So, and it's not that big, you know. We want more land than a house.
Yeah, I think I want a big enough house because, yeah, I want more land, like you said, but I love hosting, so I want to have the room to be able to host Christmas and
like
stuff like
open
that.
concept.
And just, like, parties with our friends. I want to be able to host and have people over and for it to not be crammed. And I grew up in, like, a pretty small house, so I've always, like, wondered what it would be like to live in a bigger house. But I also wouldn't mind living in a small house because I like the cozy feeling. Like, I still want our house to feel cozy.
Yeah.
So, like, not too big, but big enough so that we can do all that stuff. So.
Yeah, like, in a way, it is a big house, like, from, like, where we are living now.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be way bigger.
Yeah.
But we don't, like I said, we don't want something where it's, like, you get lost in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, our main priority is something with a lot of land. And something where we can host, because we, like she says, we love hosting parties and like having people over and get-togethers and whatnot. So we definitely want the room for that, and also the room for if people want to sleep over, right? So
yeah, exactly.
All right. So last one is, all right, from a best friend's point of view, getting into a relationship, how important is it to stay close to your best friend?
Okay.
I'll put agree. Simply because, especially like if you were best friends before you got into that relationship, I completely agree with no matter even if you've only been with that like your spouse, your partner, whatever, for like a few months, and you've been friends with someone for like years, I still believe that your partner should be the priority.
Yeah. Like
you should definitely prioritize that, but I still believe that it's important to keep like best friends close, very close to yourself. But I don't believe that they should be your number one person.
Yeah, so I think it also depends what kind of relationship, how serious the relationship is. Like, obviously, if you're, like, engaged or married, your partner has to be your number one, or else that relationship's not going to work. You always need to be each other's number one. You can't have family, friends, anyone get between you guys, or else it doesn't work. That's what we've learned. So, I feel like you should still have a relationship with your friends. It's still healthy to have friends and to keep in touch with them, and you should definitely not ditch your friends. That's not okay, no. Yeah. Especially if you were friends with them, like you said before. But, yeah.
Like, it's definitely important to have a best friend, and it's definitely important as a best friend to support your friend into, like, being into that relationship. Like, obviously, like she says, it depends on the situation. Like, if your friend is in a like abusive or just toxic relationship, then you have as a best friend, you have the right to tell them the truth that like, hey, like this is not healthy for you, right?
Yeah.
Because they could be in like that phase where they're just like, you know, they're confusing lust for love kind of thing. So in the situation, then yes, it is okay to, you know.
Yeah. Well, I feel like a best friend, it could definitely hurt if your best friend got into a relationship and was ditching you all the time. But you also should understand as a best friend that it's normal and that's how the relationship is going to work. And, like, you should respect and be happy for them that they got into, like, unless it's toxic, but that they got into a relationship. And you should kind of, like, respect that boundary. But I do get where, like, you can go wrong with it. Like, you can't completely ghost them out of your life. Yeah,
like, me and Karadi's situation is a little bit different because we are best friends. Like, right? Like, well, like, I have a best friend guy, but, like, the way I do it is I let him know, like, and he knows, he understands that, like, Karadi is my number one. Like, there's no one that's going to be more important to me than her, so it's an understanding. Like, and if you're going to be friends with someone, you should let them know that, like, you know, like, or they should understand already that, your spouse, your partner is your number one and should always be.
And when you get into a relationship, I find you really get to know who your real friends are, because a lot of people stop being friends with you.
Or judge
when you get in a relationship.
Yeah.
Or judge you. So you already know that those weren't your real friends if they don't stay your friends because you got into a relationship.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, be careful with friends, but definitely prioritize your relationship.
But a real friend should acknowledge that, like, you know, we're a relationship. We're partners. You know what I mean? Like, where I go, she goes. You know, what's mine is hers. What's hers is mine, kind of thing. So a real friend should understand that, like, if I'm invited, she's also invited. You know, so, and real friends will stick around.
It doesn't mean we have to do it. Like,
no.
We have to do everything together. But, like, I should have the option. Like, I should feel like I'm not... I don't know.
You shouldn't feel not welcomed just because you personally didn't get an invite. And you'll realize really quickly who your real friends are and who they aren't.
Yeah. We aren't married, but we are one.
Wow.
You want to mess with me, you're going to mess with us. That's how it works. That's how it should work.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
What?
Besides all of those discussions we had,
if you guys have things that you didn't put out because you didn't have us on our socials, then go at us right now, because we could probably do more. We're going to be doing more videos like this, asking you guys to ask us stuff. So if you want to get to know us, then go follow.
And if you have, like I said, we're not here to give relationship advice, but if you have questions that you've been questioning for a while, and you just need like a little help getting through it, then we'll be happy to answer some of them.
All I know is that we have a healthy relationship, so if you guys need advice on how a relationship works, how we keep it healthy, then we can definitely give you guys advice. Doesn't mean it's going to work for you, but that's just what works for us.
Yeah. We're very confident in knowing that we're good role models relationship-wise.
Yeah.
So feel free to ask us any questions. It doesn't even have to be a comment down below. You can personally DM us on Instagram or on TikTok or whatever it be, and we will not put your name out there. It will be completely anonymous. And even if you don't want us to put it in a video, we will just help you out just strictly in messages. So don't be shy, reach out, and we can definitely help you guys.
This was a pretty fun video. This was like a trend a few months ago, but I've always wanted to do it, so I was like, let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was pretty trendy like a year ago.
I enjoyed doing this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's video.
Yes.
And
yeah, so make sure you guys have a good 2024. Make this the best year ever.
Work on yourselves. Everything. You guys got this.
Anyways, guys, besides that, we're going to close out today's video. We hope you guys liked it. We hope you guys enjoyed the way we just kind of rambled on it.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be a long video, but...
Anyways.
We love you guys so much, and besides that...
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye, guys.